One of the most frequent questions I get from prospective clients, even parents sometimes, is why did I quit NYU MBA? And I've talked very briefly about it in one of the very old videos, so I thought I will do a more detailed video on it about that dropout decision, because no, I did not take it trivially. It was a well thought out decision, I hope. And how has it panned out for me? So that's what I'm going to cover today, because it really took me a lot of effort to get into NYU Stern School of Business. So to quit that after 1 year itself before finishing or getting that coveted MBA degree was not an easy decision to make. So why did I do it, and was I right or wrong about it? And if you are thinking of any such drastic move, please keep these things in mind. So that's what I'm going to cover today. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, I am grateful to every single one of you who has subscribed to our channel, shares our advice with your friends, and encourages us by liking our videos. Without you, this channel and this video would not exist, so thank you so much. Yes, it had taken me 2 years and a ton of preparation to get into NYU Stern MBA program. But I dropped out after 1 year itself. Why, and has it been worth it? That is what I'm going to discuss today. So first part of this video, I am going to talk about why did I drop out, and in the second part, I will be talking about whether it has been a good decision or not. So let's talk about my reasons for dropping out of NYU Stern full-time MBA program. And I have 3 reasons for dropping out. Number 1 is I got what I wanted from my MBA. To understand this why, you need to understand that going to NYU was not a random decision for me. Many people do MBA because they don't know what else to do, but that was not the case with me. I had gone with a very clear goal in mind. Now, what was this goal? Let me share that first. So it was 2009. I had already finished 2 years in Citigroup, where I was part of the derivatives tech team. I had been promoted twice when other people were getting laid off. So I was doing fairly well in my job. Before that, I had already finished my master's in CS degree from UIUC. So my profile was very tech oriented. Now, I had seen Facebook blowing up ever since 2006-7 time frame when I was in UIUC. Twitter was also getting very popular in this time. So there was the beginning of that tech wave that I was witnessing in New York. On the other hand, 2008 mortgage crisis had sent Wall Street into a down spiral, and there was a lot of negative sentiment against bankers and financial institutions in general. This led me to question my place in the finance industry, and I realized that I was not much fascinated by Wall Street in the end. My job was okay. Projects were mediocre. I could do it well and pay was pretty good, but I was not enjoying it as such. Whereas I loved following the startup space. I was reading essays by Peter Thiel. By the way, you must read 0 to 1 if you haven't. I was looking at Y Combinator stories and getting very excited about entrepreneurship in general. I was starting to get that entrepreneurial itch that I also want to do something of my own. And this is when I realized that I didn't know anything about business space, be it accounting, finance, stock market, VC funding. These were all alien concepts to me. All I had back then was tech skills. I could code, I could run apps, I could build websites, etc. But I did not have the confidence to start a business. So I figured that an MBA could help me educate the business side of things and fill that void in my profile. This is what made me get into NYU MBA in the first place. I had gone with a clear vision that I want to learn finance, running a business, accounting, marketing, etc. And I want to try finding a solid job in a startup after my MBA. This was my goal, to get into a business side role in an exciting startup in US. Now, I had imagined that I would be able to do this by the time I finish my MBA. However, I really hustled from day one, and as a result, I was able to find a great startup job by the end of my first summer itself. In fact, I had 2 full-time job offers in the summer. To give you more context, this was 2011 and job market was still pretty tough after 2008 recession. Many banks had collapsed in 2008 and there were mass layoffs. To get a full-time job offer in this market when my seniors were struggling to find one after graduating was a big deal. I didn't want to lose out on this opportunity. So the number 1 reason for why I quit my MBA was that I had already accomplished the goal behind doing my MBA. In that first year, I had taken courses in finance, accounting, entrepreneurship, corporate finance under Aswath Damodran, marketing and strategy, which helped me develop the basic business foundation that I needed, and I had found the kind of job I was looking for. If you want to know how I got the job, Comment below and I will create a separate video on it. I didn't want to make this video too long. In short, I got it because I did a lot of unpaid internships, I was super active in the campus clubs, and I blogged about my journey. I leveraged New York City's location and networked like crazy. This is why I keep saying you can get a job in any economy if you are in a location like NYC and you know how to make use of it. I have also covered my story in detail in our internship and job hunt masterclass as well. I will leave a link in the description box below. Check it out if you are trying to do job hunt in US. Second reason for dropping out was MBA and NYU are expensive. Even though I was a teaching assistant, I was having to pay my full tuition fee, which was around $26,000 per semester. If I had continued my second year, it means I would have to pay another $52,000. Instead, if I joined this startup, I was getting paid to learn. So it was a simple decision. Should I keep paying NYU fee to learn few courses, or should I join this company, learn on the job itself and get a salary instead? It was a no-brainer, right? Alright, and the third reason why I dropped out was I did not care about the MBA degree itself. I thought about what I would lose by quitting my MBA in between. It meant that I won't get my degree. Now, startups do not care about MBA degrees at all. In fact, they look down upon MBAs in some ways because people who go for MBAs are usually risk-averse people, whereas startups thrive upon risk-taking tendencies. They don't want corporate gibberish speaking, sleek looking MBA grads who expect high salaries and perks and job safety. So my career goal of getting into a startup or doing a startup job was not very aligned with the MBA degree. Of course, if I was recruiting for investment banking or management consulting, I would never have dropped out because the employers like Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, they value degree of MBA a lot. So you need an MBA degree to get into those kind of jobs. But the job I was looking for did not need an MBA degree. In short, I dropped out because I thought getting paid to learn is much better than paying to learn, and I was not losing on anything important. Now let's talk about the second part of the video, which is the more complex part. Was it a good decision? The startup which made me quit NYU is now a unicorn. The name is Yipit Data. I got stock options when I joined the company, which are now worth a significant amount because they have received funding from giant investors like Carlyle, Highland Capital, and Norwest Venture Partners, and their valuation jumped significantly. Plus, I saved $52,000 in second year tuition fee and earned a salary instead. So financially, the decision has given me fabulous ROI already. By the way, if you want to know concrete numbers like what was the salary, what was the fee, etc., like this video and comment below. If I get 500 likes on this video, I will create a second part of this video where I will share all those detailed and the math behind it. So financially, it worked out pretty well for me. And let's look at the professional outcome. I would say I got the startup experience I was looking for. I learned many things in that job, and it gave me the confidence to come back to India and try out my own ventures. So I feel like I got the movement in my career that I was looking for. I did not want to go along the traditional route of keep working in the job, rise up the corporate ladder and settle in US. I wanted something else in my life, and that dropping out of NYU was that first courageous decision which gave me the confidence of trying out many things later in life. So I am grateful for it. But there is something I miss. I think I did not fully enjoy the MBA experience because I was so focused on job hunt and my career growth. I missed the socializing aspects to a certain extent. Dropout ultimately is a big decision, and I could do it because I was fairly clear in my goals. My parents were very supportive. They believed in me, and I knew I would regret not taking that startup job later. So I'm glad that I joined Yipit at that point. I truly learned a lot from that whole experience. So I did what I felt was right for me. MBA degree still has a ton of value in traditional industries. So if at all you are facing such a decision of dropping out, ask yourself, would I regret not dropping out? If yes, then go ahead with the bold decision. Do what minimizes your regrets. So those were my reasons of dropping out of NYU program and my opinion on how it has worked out for me. I do want to end this video with a heartfelt advice, and it is this. Whenever you join any master's program, think of what you want to achieve at the end of it. Now think how you can achieve that goal before the master's program ends. That's it. That's the mantra. Key is to start acting instead of thinking you have 2 years to get the results. Start today, start now, and build the future you wanted. This is what helped me achieve so much in that 1 year at NYU. I did not have to wait for graduation. I got the things I wanted and I moved on. And truly, the dropping out has given me a confidence like nothing else in life. I feel I can handle anything on my own. I can do whatever I set my eyes upon. So that confidence has been priceless for me. So I hope you found some wisdom in my story. I'm curious what you think about my decision, and would you do something like that? So let me know in the comments. And also, if you want a second part of this video where I spill more beans on the math behind it and on some more concrete behind the scenes, step-by-step things I did to find those jobs, then let me know in the comments and I will create a follow-up video. That's it from my side, guys. I will see you next week with a fresh video. Hope you're doing great until then. Take care. Bye-bye.